If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, 6ix9ine writes a letter to a sentencing judge 6 days before he's supposed to be sentenced. And Spotify drops their list of their top 10 songs of the last decade. Plus, Mo3 gets shot in the hand. Let's talk hip-hop. So, 6ix9ine writes this letter right here, and I know y'all can't see it because it's like the font is so small, right? But he writes this letter to Judge Eaglemeyer, right? It's a pretty big letter, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but what I want to do is kind of like read a portion of the middle paragraph because that's the most important paragraph, right? So on the letter, 6ix9ine says, before my arrest, I publicly disassociated myself with 9 but I knew that would come with a price. I knew from previous incidents that the gang would retaliate against me for denouncing them in public. Prior to my arrest, I was kidnapped by members of the gang, became aware of the fact that the mother of my child was having sexual relations with one of my co-defendants and that they were stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from me. I had a feeling of relief when I was arrested by the government because I felt stuck, like the gang was in control of my life and that I would never be able to escape their grip. I needed to do something before it was too late, right? And, you know, basically he says, you know, I've learned from my lessons. I'm so sorry. I was young. I was naive. You know, I apologize for my crimes. I've been sitting here for a whole year, and I have a lot of remorse for my situation. And I want to, you know, be released and then also use a portion of my life to help other kids not make the same mistakes as mine. And I want to lead by example. And I'm kind of happy that I got arrested. And I'm kind of happy that the public was able to see, you know, this whole thing play out because they see the consequences of being in a gang, right? So all of that is crazy, and 6ix9ine is just really like begging this judge Eaglemeyer for like a lenient sentence, right? And I really think that he's probably is going to get a lenient sentence because that's kind of what his lawyers, 6ix9ine's lawyers, and the prosecutors agreed upon, right? And the prosecutors are usually really good at keeping their word as long as they get what they want out of the situation, right? Which was 6ix9ine to kind of connect all the dots and tell us everything that you know about 9 and then also they wanted convictions, right? And everybody got convicted, even though they didn't get their sentencing yet. Every single person that was from 9 that was in the feds got convicted, right? Plus, somebody is in the state penitentiary, well, is gonna be convicted by the state, which is cool to be, right? Which is crazy. So I think that they're probably gonna honor their word and just give 6ix9ine time served. It's 6 days until 6ix9ine's sentencing, and then we'll know for sure, but December 18th, they're supposed to be like, okay, you get a year in jail. And boom, a year has passed, so then he just gets out, right? And 6ix9ine is shooting to try to get out before Christmas, right? Also, his girlfriend Jade wrote a letter too. I'm not going to read the letter to you. Basically, she's saying how, you know, the way that 6ix9ine is portrayed in the media is not the way that he really is. He's a really caring, loving, and thoughtful individual. And I just want him out here so that he can be with me. And I love him, basically, right? So all this is crazy, man. Yo. In about a week, 6ix9ine will be home. That's what it's looking like, and is set, and everything is getting set up for it, right? And like I said before, 6ix9ine is coming out. He ain't gonna have witness protection. He ain't gonna be hiding. He's gonna try to rap again, and he's probably gonna be living in Brooklyn, which is crazy, yo. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. All right, so we're at the end of the year, right? And it's sort of like we're also at the end of a decade, and so y'all know how it is, right? Every time that we get to the end of the year, like a couple weeks before January 1st in December, everybody always comes out with like their top, you know, lists of top albums for the year, or top songs for the year, or top movies for the year, or whatever it is, right? But since we're ending a decade as well, and the 2010s are finally over, thank God, because I just hate the term 2010s. I think that this is so trash, right? It's whack, right? But at least now we're gonna be in the 20s, like the the 2020s, right? Say, yeah, it's the 20s, baby. Then that's dope, right? It's the 30s, baby, but it's the 10s. Like that doesn't even roll off the tongue well, right? Anyway, that's just me, right? But the whole thing is, though, that since we're coming to the end of a year, everybody's doing their countdowns for the greatest songs of 2019. But since we're coming to the end of a decade, everybody's also doing their countdown for the greatest songs of the 2010s, right? And then I kind of spoke about this, or we as a collective group kind of spoke about this yesterday on the You're Not a Mean podcast with Lord Jamar, Rod Digger, and Godfrey. Subscribe to their channel. But yesterday we kind of spoke about this because Billboard released a list of, well, they released top song for the last 10 years, the top decade, and then also top album for the last 10 years. The top song was, the top album was Drake's Take Care, which, okay, cool, I get it. You know, Drake really transcended and transformed hip-hop in the last 10 years, but the top song of the decade was Thrift Shop by Macklemore, which doesn't represent hip-hop, its ideology, or anything about it at all, so why would, whatever, right? But that's Billboard and whatever, right? That's the discussion we had yesterday on the You're Not a Mean Godcast with Lord Jamar, Rod Digger, and Godfrey. So the whole thing, though, is that Spotify, yesterday, they released a list of top 10 lists, right? So one of the top 10 songs of the decade, and then two top 10 songs of the year, right? So we'll just talk about the top 10 songs of the decade right now, right? So number one, Meek Mill, Dreams and Nightmares, right? Which is the intro. I used to pray to rhyme like this for time like this. You know, that song, number one, okay? They put that on the list. I ain't mad, right? Number two, Kendrick Lamar, We Gonna Be Alright. And this is what I was saying yesterday to Lord Jamar and Rod Digger. I was like, we gonna be out. That should be the number one song, right? But Spotify put it number two. And I hadn't even seen this, right? Number three, Started from the Bottom, Now We're Here. That's dope too, right? And Rod Digger actually says, started from the bottom, now the whole team fucking here. She was like, that should be number one. So that's fire, right? Cardi B, Bodak Yellow, Making Money Moves. Future, March Madness, number 6, right? Number 5. Number 6, Migos and Lil Uzi Vert, Bad and Bougie. My bitch is bad and bougie, right? It's gotta be at least one Migos song on there, right? Number 7, BMF with Rick Ross and Styles P. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Yo, that song is fire. It should definitely be on there. And actually, that's one of my favorite songs of all time, period, right? Number 8, Jay-Z and Kanye West, Niggas in Paris, right? Number 9, Sicko Mode, fire. And number 9, Sicko Mode, that was actually my number one song from last year, so I see why it's on there. And then number 10, EXO Tour Life, right? All these songs are dope, man, and I really can't be mad at any of this at all whatsoever, right? Everybody has their own opinion on what they think are the top songs of the decade or what the top songs of the year are, but I really can't be mad at Spotify for this list right here, right? So the next list they did was the top 10 songs of the year, right? And this is a little bit more current, a little bit more now, obviously, because it's all songs from this year, right? All right, so number 1, DaBaby, Suge, right? DaBaby blew all the way up this year. So, fine, Suge, number 1, you got it, right? Number 2, J. Cole, Middle Child. For me, I wouldn't have put J. Cole's Middle Child on there, right? I get it. You want to put a J. Cole song on there? If anything, maybe they should have put A Lot on there with J. Cole and 21 Savage. Middle Child to me was an okay song. It was a good song, but A Lot was, way better. It just was, man, right? The beat, everything, right? Number 3, Meek Mill and Drake, Going Bad, right? Okay, I see you. I fuck with you. And I also realized that Meek Mill and Drake coming back together is something huge because they were beefing for years. So that song is very significant in 2019, right? Also that song with Jay-Z, Rick Ross, and Meek Mill is also fire. I forgot the name of it now, but you know what I'm talking about, where Jay-Z basically spit 40 something bar. But that came out last year though, so whatever, right? Polo G and Lil TJ, Pop Out. I don't know if I would have put that on there as number 4. City Girls, Act Up, number 5. Yo, I can't front, right? City Girls killed it this year. And during the whole year, most of the time, JT was in jail, right? And the City Girls still murdered it. So, all right, I fucks with that, right? Nipsey Hussle, Roddy Ricch, and Hit Boy, Racks in the Middle. fire song, definitely deserves to be up there, right? Number 7, Meg Thee Stallion and DaBaby, Cash It, right? Now, this song is cool, right? And I get that you want to put a Meg Thee Stallion song on there, and of course, DaBaby is fire too, but for me personally, if you was gonna do that, and it's cool that Meg Thee Stallion is top 10 songs of the year, at least one of her songs, but I think it should be Simon Says with Juicy J, right? That's just me. I like Simon Says better than Cash It, but Cash It was also a pretty good song, right? Number 8, Saweetie, That's My Type, nigga, that's my type. That song is fire. The sample is fire. Shout out to PD Pablo. You know what I'm saying? Number 9, Gunna and Young Thug, Hot. Okay, fine, right? Fine. You know, that song was okay. And then number 10, I just knew that they was gonna put an A Boogie with the Hoodie song on here, but they put Swervin' on here, which is crazy because that's a song with 6ix9ine. But okay, Spotify, I see you, right? And still, I think that Spotify pretty much is like on the right path, and I really can't be mad at that list either, right? In a couple of days, I'm gonna make my own list because, you know, every blogger and everybody just gotta make like a top 10 this or top 10 that, so you know I'm coming with it too, right? But let me know what your list is in the comments down below.
Hey! Man, fuck that, come on. Hey! How ass nigga just pulled through here? I'm good. Nigga just shot me in my hand, grazed my back. Man, I'm good.
Right, so that was Mo3, right? He's a rapper from Dallas. He's really heavily associated with Boosie, right? And I think that he might be signed to Boosie, but I'm not sure yet, right? But I also do know that Mo3 was beefing with another rapper from Dallas, Yella Beezy, like a couple months ago, like back in the summertime, right? And he showed up to Yella Beezy's show, and they wouldn't let Mo3 in, and then he got arrested, and they put all his jewels in a plastic bag, and it was just like a bunch of craziness, right? But anyway, so Mo3 goes on Instagram yesterday, right? And he put up this video, and he's like all bloody. It looks like there's a little bit of blood coming from his mouth. There's blood all over his shirt, but he got his chains on still. He said, somebody just pulled through here. They shot me in my hand and grazed my neck, right? And everybody was going crazy, and a lot of the video has since been deleted, but a lot of people were commenting on the video, and they were basically like, yo, you're such a dummy. You're an idiot. You clout chasing all this time that you using to make videos and go on Instagram. You should be going to the hospital. You know, you might die. What an idiot. You trying to do it for the gram. You literally dying to be seen. You dying for clout right now. All of that, right? It was crazy, right? And when I seen it, the imagery was very shocking, and I felt the same way. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is up with this dude Mo3? Like, yo, you with all of that, you could have called 911 or have somebody put you in the back of a car, but you sit here like, yo, they just shot me, but I'm good though, mad bloody and everything, right? But then upon further investigation, right, because that, you know what I'm saying, you know, I find out that Mo3 is actually shooting a music video, and yeah, he did put up that video to chase some clout, but Mo3 didn't get shot at all, and all of that is makeup and fake and everything like that, right? And it was all for his latest video that he just dropped today, right? So I guess he wanted to get a lot of people buzzing about him and being like, yo, what the hell is going on with this dude, so that he could then drop the video and just have like a lot of crazy shock value, right? But again, clout chasing at its finest, maybe, because it's like, why would you do that to yourself? Why would you put yourself in that situation, right? A lot of rappers do a lot of crazy things to gain attention or like to, you know, get the eyes on them, right? But for you to go as far as to make it seem like you got shot is a crazy situation, right? Like, you do anything for clout, I guess, right? But Mo3's okay, right? Thank God. Anyway, let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.